So Shakti, when we talk of the QSRs or when we talk of the grocery business, right? There is a supply chain dynamic and there's a delivery dynamic, right?
Correct.
And you mentioned ONDC a couple of times during our
Correct.
interaction, right? So I have two parts to this question. One is that how do you help them get over and especially the startups, how do you help them get over the supply chain challenges? And then how do you help them leverage on ONDC? And is it only ONDC or you also help them leverage other delivery engines?
Okay. So, uh, so ONDC, one very interesting thing about ONDC at Delhi is
Hmm.
on delivery side D2C, they are picking up, but people are not yet very clear. Not everybody is clear on what ONDC in itself is.
Yes,
People
it is still
generally,
evolving.
yeah. So people generally see it as a app, a Zomato-like app that would help them, get food or deliver food. Both
Hmm.
sides.
Hmm.
If I am at home, I think ONDC. But ONDC is not a network or a platform. ONDC is a protocol like HTTP, hypertext protocol. So it allows any supplier to connect with ONDC through their own developed app or tech. Right?
Ah,
The way you have email, like there is a Gmail and there's Rediff mail and Hotmail. You send from Hotmail, you get it delivered to Gmail.
correct.
HTTP is facilitating it, right?
Correct.
Tech
Correct.
could be entirely different for Gmail and the way it has been developed for Hotmail or
Hotmail.
Gmail.
Correct. Correct.
So that's what ONDC is facilitating. What they
Hmm.
essentially want to do, let me give you an example. It's not, it's just an example, hypothetical example. So
Hmm.
say I am a buyer who's on Flipkart, right? So currently what I'm seeing is sellers that are there on Flipkart. What ONDC is going to do is if you put ONDC's layer, protocol layer in between, a
Hmm.
Flipkart buyer would be able to see Amazon's sellers as well
Seller.
and
Ah,
order food from Amazon sellers
got it.
or whatever. Like, so
Got it.
it is trying to make it platform independent, network independent. So whoever onboards ONDC will be able. So if I onboard, say Paytm पे ONDC मेरे को दिखा मैं गया Paytm पे, it does not
Hmm.
matter कि supplier magic pin के ऊपर है. मैं Paytm
Hmm.
पे जाके उसका magic pin के through order कर पाऊंगा.
Got it.
So this is
Got it.
what ONDC is doing. And in between, they have logistic partners in
Hmm.
ONDC. So logistics में भी it's like not Zomato का खुद का delivery होगा, Flipkart का खुद का delivery होगा. Like they have time. ONDC is again open at this place. जब वो logistics का जाएगा, it gets opened up for multiple logistic partners to choose. You get rates from separate partners. ये deliver हो जाएगा इस pricing के
Hmm.
ऊपर, right? And then you can choose your logistic partners. So
Hmm.
currently, it's in a developmental phase, so it's not very coherent, right? But once it develops and it becomes very coherent and smooth, so you'll have multiple options of choosing कि अच्छा delivery मेरे को इस जगह पे ये person smoother or cheaper delivery दे रहा है, I choose this partner for my delivery rather
Hmm.
than going to X person. And ONDC doesn't charge any commission. ONDC
Correct.
itself, right? So that saves a lot of money for these cloud kitchens and QSR chains. Because a lot of money goes into commission. And something I would like for people to understand, or in general public, you would know for sure. See, uh, any food business, generally 30 to 40% cost is food.
Hmm.
Right? So core food is 30 to 40%. There would be your salary, rentals, miscellaneous cost, marketing cost, right?
Hmm.
And then you have a retain whatever remains is there.
Hmm. Right.
In QSRs and cloud kitchens, a huge portion of that, say even up to 30% goes to delivery partners. So
Ah.
now my 40% cost is food, 30%
Hmm.
goes to delivery partner. So
Hmm.
that's 70%. Now I have 30%, which I have to pay my rent, I have to pay my salary, I have to take care of miscellaneous expenses, which includes my marketing. And again, the marketing this marketing money is going to the platform because you have to
Mhm.
market yourself on the platform. If you show at bottom of the list, you are not getting orders. So
Correct.
actually, your 40 to 45% money from an order goes to a marketing, and you are left
Mm.
with 50 to 55% play with, जिसके अंदर 30 से 40% food cost.
हाँ, correct.
So that's why companies are focusing a lot more on procurement because that's where they can squeeze the cost.
That's correct. Correct. EBITDA और कहाँ से निकालेंगे वो लोग?
EBITDA और कहाँ से निकालेंगे? So लोगों को that's the reason a lot of QSR startups and cloud chains क्योंकि their entry barriers are very small, right? आपने 8 लाख रुपए लगाया, you can start a cloud kitchen. What people are not able to calculate is the cost that they have to bear वो 8 लाख रुपए लगाने के बाद. They might not have resources. Or see, with larger chains, this commission goes down to 10% or 15%. That gives them breathing space. But for a new cloud kitchen that has just come up, आपने 30% cost दिया, फिर आपने 2% 3% GST भी दिया उसके ऊपर, whatever. So 30% आपने वो दे दिया. Then you have to pay marketing cost. आपका 45-50% चला गया, अब आपके पास बचता नहीं है, right? You are not, आपका procurement sorted नहीं है because you are small. You do not know where to procure from. आपके rentals कम हो जाते हैं, but it's still there, right? Cloud kitchen में ऐसा नहीं कि zero ही हो जाता है. It reduces significantly, but it is there. Staff cost reduces, लेकिन आपका cooking staff is still there, right? You're delivering server का cost जो है आपका serving cost that gets elevated. So that's why we see a lot of QSRs and cloud kitchens floundering.